Welcome to The Real Review, sponsored by Parametric and Lazy Ape Studios, where you get some of the latest happenings, real thoughts, and perspectives in the world of film and television. And Matt, I didn't even look at the intro text. I just knew it.
You just knew it,
We've done this enough now. This is like episode 39, and I can just right off the top of my head.
Mother!
Mother! Yeah, so, and they're coming soon. We're going to be talking about Mother! With the exclamation point at the end of it, and American Assassin.
Yeah, he's from America, so that's why they named it that way.
Yeah, so in this show, this is where we talk about the films that are going to be coming out the next little bit, specifically films that are coming out in the weekend that this is released.
Yes.
Yes, so it's those two films, and we'll give you some ways to get it connected, but we're going to wait until after.
Yes.
We'll do that at the end, because we talk way too much about how to get connected, and when it comes down to it, people just don't care. They don't want to get connected to it.
We just want to give you guys a digital high five by just straight up talking about what's coming out next.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So why don't we start? Do you want to actually start with American Assassin?
Let's do it.
Do you want to do that one?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
So, American Assassin is a story centered on counterterrorism agent Mitch Rapp.
Yeah.
Which that doesn't in itself doesn't give much leeway to what it's about, but apparently this is based off a novel. It stars Dylan O'Brien, Charlotte Vega, Christopher Bamford. It has Taylor Kitsch. It also has Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. So a number of different people. But so
he's like a Black Ops recruit guy.
Right.
And it shows in the preview trailer that
it sounds
his
like a Punisher-y kind of vibe to it, where his wife, girlfriend, fiance, whoever it is, gets killed. He wants
a terrorist group, and
he wants revenge.
Yeah, and that's more or less.
Right.
And Michael Keaton is teacher.
Right.
And then Michael Keaton trained some other
Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch,
who went rogue.
And who knows if he's actually a good guy and pretending to be rogue or what.
Right. Exactly. Not rogue like the X-Men rogue.
Yeah.
But like just by himself, a rebel.
I'm glad you clarified. There were so many confused people. Like
everybody
X-Men?
was super confused.
Yeah.
So, this kind of looks good to me.
Okay.
I know, not necessarily to you, but it kind of looks like just a straightforward action movie that I might want to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the only problem that I could see potentially with this going in is it wants to be way smarter than it actually is.
Yeah.
I think if they play the cards right, just as straightforward as the trailer painted to be, it could be fun to watch. From what I've seen in some of the action sequences, the fighting seems not on par with like John Wick, but it seems very visceral at the same time. Some of the stuff's really, fast paced and those kinds of things, but it is interesting. I like Dylan O'Brien enough. I liked him in the first Maze Runner. But I don't know. Not a lot going into it. I'm not like super excited for it.
Yeah. There isn't really a lot that I'm latching onto with this, like you kind of mentioned. I think Michael Keaton, it's cool that he's in it. He's been making a big comeback, surge. Dylan O'Brien, I know him from Maze Runner, but other than that, I don't know him from too much. And as far as direction goes, this one's being directed by Michael Cuesta. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but
sure.
He doesn't really have a ton of other directorial type projects to his name as far as these types of films. So, I mean, who knows? It's a relatively unknown director for this type of style of film, and it looks kind of like a cheaper version of Bourne Identity to me.
Yeah, kind of.
He willingly goes in as opposed to being like forgetting his
Brainwashed.
memory and brainwashed and everything. So, I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Super pumped.
I think to
Joel.
me, the thing that would excite me is if it had really good action. That would be probably the only reason that I would want to see it. But as of this point, I'm tired of the one-armed person going into the room and somehow systematically, miraculously killing off like 15 trained assassin guys.
One arm?
At this point.
He only has one arm?
No, single armed, like a gun. Oh. Like he has a single armament, like a gun.
I'm like, what? I totally missed the scene in the trailer.
He ties one hand.
Arm.
Before the fight starts, he chops his arm off, and then he takes them all out with one arm.
No, Pennywise bites it off is what happens.
There you go. Spoilers. You just spoiled it.
No, I didn't. Movie. I didn't spoil anything. You wouldn't even know anything if okay.
Yeah,
anyways.
Fair enough. So I'm tired of seeing those like overpowered, assassin killer people that go in and just knock off like 15. I mean, Atomic Blonde just happened, and that was like the same exact thing. It's like, and they always try and go, oh, this is very real, it's very realistic, this could really happen, and then you watch it and it's like, okay, that takes such precision and sheer luck that this person went that way versus that way, or didn't actually think that like, okay, well, if I just stand here with my gun pointed at you, you might shoot me, versus actually, just stupid things. and I get tired of it. Yeah,
I gotcha. Yeah, so I'm probably looking forward to it a little bit more than you are, but not
Probably.
like super excited. I would probably put it like a 6.
I'm closer to like a 3.5.
I gotcha.
But I might end up seeing this because the alternative, which is definitely sort of alternative.
Mother!
Yes, Mother! So this one is a couple's relationship is tested when uninvited guests arrive at their home, disrupting their tranquil, I can't say tranquil existence. With
Jennifer Lawrence.
Javier Bardem. I'm going to stop doing that now so people will not get annoyed, hopefully. So Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Ed Harris, Michelle Pfeiffer, Domhnall Gleeson. Kristen Wiig's actually in this.
Hey!
Yeah, she makes an appearance in there. And so this is also I think the big thing about this one is it's directed by Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah.
And he is known as this very huge, surrealist, weird, artistic, almost metaphysical with his films at times, sci-fi. He did Requiem for a Dream, he did Pi, he did Black Swan. So he's very much recognized for these kind of hard-hitting, almost surrealist type films. So that's kind of the big selling point, I think, for me. I'm not super excited about anything that I saw in it. I think if you want to go to a film and be shocked, I'm assuming that this film is going to have one or two things in it that are just like, what?
I kind of don't like the marketing for this movie. It's very vague, and they do that on purpose. They're hiding it, but whatever twists there are,
cars close to the chest.
However,
what that big twist is of who these people are and what's going on.
I don't know whose decision it was, but in my screening for it, they showed a preview for this movie. And
what was it?
It was literally like, in 1 week, you will find out what all the talk is about. And then it did the mother thing. And then it goes, and then at the very end, from visionary director Darren Aronofsky, and then it says
the yellow pages.
So make sure, and then it says, so make sure to after this movie, go in the lobby and buy your tickets now.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
That's a little cheesy.
I've never seen that, or at least I don't think I've ever seen that.
Maybe that's because it's been such a bad summer for films. They're really trying to get people to buy tickets.
I don't know.
Or something.
It was really weird.
It's getting okay. I mean, percentage wise,
right?
Yeah, it's 76 Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
But the overall average rating is like 6.9 out of 10.
Yeah, and it's got J-Law being J-Law again.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
I'm tired a bit of the J-Law.
Okay.
A bit tired of the J-Law being the J-Law. I'm not knocking her skills and talents as an actress, but I've seen her utilized in so many things doing her J-Law-ness that it's kind of like, okay. Yeah. So maybe we're just tired of stuff, man.
No, I gotcha.
Tired of the J-Law-ness. I'm tired of the silly one guy kills all or girl kills all.
Just tired of stuff, man.
Just tired of stuff, man.
Maybe you're just tired. You need to take a nap.
A film nap.
Just take a nap. Just take a life nap.
How do you do that?
That might be the same as dying. So no, don't do that.
Okay.
So just take a regular nap.
Okay, I'll take a regular nap and then go watch the movies. Yeah. But so I think this one is an obvious like suspense mystery thriller type thing with some weird quasi surrealist type, I don't know, metaphors or things, ideas that are going to go into it. There's obviously they're holding some cards close to the chest as far as what that big twist is that's going to be there in the film. I think Darren Aronofsky is a very effective filmmaker for the types of films that he can make at times. But I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have to watch it because Darren Aronofsky. I mean, his films can be very difficult to make it through sometimes. So not because they're bad, but just because they're so emotionally like
being the
harsh.
Emotional person. Yes, and that's what I'm saying is all of the movies that I've ever seen him do.
Yeah,
I leave feeling emotionally drained.
Right.
And I feel actually like depressed the rest of the day.
A lot of times they're tragic.
And I feel really just depressed most of the times.
A lot of times they're very tragic. A lot of times they're very difficult to understand exactly what it is that he's trying to say. At times he did The Fountain, which I still don't get. I've seen 3 times. And not because I wanted to watch it 3 times, but just because I was like, I have to figure out what's going on here. You know? I'm
at a 5 with this one.
Yeah, I'm like a 4.5.
Okay.
I think so.
I think as high as it is, I'd rate it a 5. It'd be lower, but I'm just kind of curious as to like what the twist is, what it's about, what they're prompting and promoting as a visionary of a director, and what that is, and I'm just curious. I think more so.
Yeah,
but that's
and he's coming off of Noah, right? He did Noah, which that flopped pretty hard.
Yeah.
Nobody really enjoyed that one.
I didn't like it either.
So so we'll see. Maybe he's. I don't know. With a visionary director like this, it's hard for them to have an ongoing release of constantly like amazing hits because they're so visionary and so surrealist and artistic, and we'll see.
Yep, we'll see.
Cool. Well then, Matt, any other films or news? Do we have some news?
We do have some news, actually, and one that I am actually pretty interested in checking out. There's a movie, the latest movie from Guillermo del Toro called The Shape of Water.
Is this a sequel to Lady in the Water?
No, but I was thinking maybe it was a prequel to like one of the Hellboy movies. But,
I could see that. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think it's going to go there, but the synopsis that they give on it, the reason why I'm talking about this is this movie is getting some really, really good early buzz. It won an award recently. I forget the festival that it won an award. It's not TIFF. It was a different one.
Not Cannes.
And
Cannes.
And it's essentially it's an otherworldly fairy tale set against a backdrop of Cold War era America circa 1962 in the hidden high security government laboratory where she works. Lonely Elisa is trapped in a life of isolation. Elisa's life is changed forever when she and a coworker, Zelda, who's played by Octavia Spencer, discover a secret classified experiment. So the trailer is out, and it's kind of like the person that it seems like she falls in love with isn't really a person. It's like an Aquaman, which reminds me of the Aquaman from Hellboy.
Hellboy, yep. He looks very similar to me.
It's played by the same character.
Oh, is it?
Doug Jones.
That makes sense.
So
same director.
Yeah, same director. So it's got that same aesthetic, thing to it. But it's getting a lot of buzz, being hailed as Guillermo's best movie since Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's a big deal, then.
It is a big deal, and there's a lot of that early buzz, and so I'm kind of excited about seeing it because this is I feel like this is back to his wheelhouse of kind of like just kind of a little bit out there. He's always been a little out there in everything that he does.
Yeah. They're like on the edge of horrific. His movies are like they're kind of horrific. They're kind of scary, but they're not like that bad.
Yeah, and it doesn't come out until I think November, but I'm just excited about it. It's winning awards already. People are hailing it as his best again, like I said, since Pan's Labyrinth, and visually Guillermo del Toro is so recognizable.
Yeah.
In his aesthetic.
His aesthetic and styles
just in
all
general.
over his films, yeah. He's very much in like an auteur in that sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's part of the reason why I just had a fun time with Pacific Rim, Yeah. So that's the first one. Any other thoughts on that at all?
No, I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to kind of check that one out too.
Also, and I know we already, if you had a chance earlier in the week to listen to our movie review, we talked and reviewed it. Mm-hmm. But it is breaking all kinds of records at the box office.
It is.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's 117 million opening weekend, biggest, shattering expectations by nearly double of what people thought it was going to be at. And I think it's interesting that people are so are gravitating to something like this. And I said this on the review, and I think a lot of it has to do with it's not much of a horror. It's not as much of a horror movie as in a traditional horror movie sense. It's more of an entertainment movie being with these kids and learning about these kids and going on this journey with these kids on an adventure that happens to be horrific. You know?
Yeah, very horrific.
And so
more so than like a Stranger Things, which would be the other comparison you could make.
Well, yeah, it's like Stranger Things. Almost if you were to do a high level
like
synopsis,
PG-13, and then this is like the R-rated version of Stranger Things.
If you were to do like a general like synopsis of the two things, are almost identical. Bullies, interdimensional alien, whatever,
Yeah.
So.
Whatever he is, he might be an interdimensional alien.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Demon.
That's what it says on the website. He's a part of the Macroverse.
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Are they starting a universe now?
No.
Are they going to start a Stephen King universe?
He already has a universe.
I know, but are they going to start a film version of that?
Probably not. Not where it's all tied in together.
I'm worried, Matt.
They've had too many failures.
I'm as scared as I was when I saw it.
If anything proves anything, they didn't do a good job with The Dark Tower.
Yeah, but
they didn't do a good job with the Spike show, The Mist.
But they did Mr. Mercedes. That's coming out now.
Right. Well, Mr. Mercedes is good, but.
I'm
I like the Mist movie that came out, but that was so I didn't like the end of it, but anyways, so it's just an amazing accomplishment, and I think that this next weekend what we're going to see, even with American Assassin and Mother coming out, I think the total combined amount of money that American Assassin and Mother are going to make are still going to be underneath what it makes in its second weekend.
My assumption is American Assassin is more wide audience appeal, so that'll probably be a little higher. The Mother will be lower. I don't know if it's is it a full release or is it limited release? It's probably a full release.
What, for Mother?
Yeah.
I think it's full release. Yeah.
Okay, so that'll probably be under that. And then I definitely think it's going to ride up there for the next, at least
couple
that
weeks,
one.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if we have a big summer.
There is a big one coming out the next week. I'm trying to
think of like what the. Yeah, I don't know.
We're trying to think of the what?
The next big
Kingsman.
Kingsman.
Yep.
There you go. All right, that'll probably knock it out.
Yeah, Kingsman and Lego Ninjago come out the same week.
Okay.
So that's the kids and the adults. They both got their own counter programming. So, but anyways, that's it. That's all I have for news.
Awesome. Well, that's great news.
Yeah, totally.
Well, it's good talking about all these steps and definitely all these films, I should say, and definitely check them out if you get a chance. And love to hear your thoughts on any of those films and any of the news that we've discussed. So you can email us. I'll give you that way to get connected to us now, realreviewmedia@gmail.com. And then you can always connect with us on our Facebook, which is facebook.com/realreviewmedia.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a website, which is realreviewmedia.com. And you can definitely connect with us on Instagram and Twitter, which are both @realreviewmedia. So, yeah.
Do it.
Anything else, Matt?
Nah.
All right. Well, it's been real.
It's been real.